Hello, everyone. Hello, and we are back again for another episode here at Vintage Glamour. So, it's probably been a week or so. I think it's been since Thanksgiving. I know I didn't come the week of Thanksgiving because I said to myself, I know people are going to be with their families. I know no one's probably going to be paying attention to this live. So, let me come after Thanksgiving and come with some lifestyle content. I have in front of me some pointers that I wrote down. Today we're going to be diving in. What's going on, Adish? Today we're going to be diving into some lifestyle content. I know before we've been diving into more stuff with resale fashion and vintage clothing, but I really want to talk about some lifestyle content, because of the fact that I think this particular topic is going to be really, really good moving forward, especially in terms of moving forward to 2021. So today's topic is the power of goal setting. And I'm someone that's really, 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 really goal oriented. I really am. I am, and to the point I think, I can be a little too hard on myself. I am always thinking about my goals. I am always, always, always writing goals down. I am a very, very, very goal oriented person. But to be honest with you all, being a goal-oriented person is the reason why, my self-confidence has, improved and my self-esteem. I think when you, really, really, really set, strong goals down and write them down and push forward them, and you make them, it really does something to your self-esteem and to your confidence. So I have in front of me just 5 tips that I think will help each and every one of you all moving into 2021 to pursue those goals, to stay committed to those goals, and to strive and, accomplish each and every goal that you have for 2021. So let's go. So the first one is start now. So I know a lot of people like to start their 2021 goals in 2021, and you got to start now. If you have any goal that you have for 2021, start now. Don't wait until 2021, January 1st, to start those goals. Because you'll find that when you want to start those goals in the beginning of January, you're not going to start those goals in the beginning of January. So start now. Stay committed to those goals now. So that is number 1. Number 2, move in silence. So this is huge to me. Moving in silence is essential. I think, ask for help when you need it, but move in silence, you all, because everyone isn't happy for you. Everyone isn't going to clap when you win. And, a lot of those goals that you have, they're for you. They're not for other people. For instance, I have a family member that really, really, really wants to lose weight. And, I told that particular family member, you got to move in silence. Don't tell people you want to lose weight. Just lose the weight. And she ended up coming back to me and saying, Kiki, you're right. Every person I keep telling that I'm trying to lose this weight, one minute they're happy for me, but next minute they're pointing out the fact that, wait, didn't you say you was on a diet, but you're eating cake? Oh, didn't you say you're trying to do this, but they're quick to point out her shortcomings. And I said, yeah, because you're not moving in silence and you're telling everybody your goals. And these people do not need to know your goals. It's not their goals. It's your goals, and I'm really big on energy. And I think when we tell other people our goals before they happen, they either will never happen at all or they will be extremely, extremely delayed. So, that's just a big thing to me. I think it's really important to move in silence. I know we live in a very social media validated world where people feel the need to come out and say their goals before they're done. Don't do that. Do not do that. Just stay forward and do what you got to do. So that's number 2. And sorry if I'm moving quick with this. I have a lot to do today, so I got to be quick with this live. So I got to be honest about that. So that is number 2. Number 3, don't overwhelm yourself and have goals for all areas of your life. So I remember one year I had to write 51 goals in one year. I'm like, Keith, what? 51 goals, really, really, really overwhelming myself. I mastered a lot of those goals, but there were a lot that I did not even get to. And 51 goals in one year? That's a lot. That's too many goals, So don't write too many goals down for the year. Write a nice, strong, but concise list down. A list that you'll be able to tackle and really get to. And also have goals for all different aspects of your life. I know for me, I'm someone that's really, really career oriented, right? But I know, being someone that's career oriented, I haven't really been focusing on my relationships as much. So that's with like family and friends and really cultivating those relationships, or my health. I need to focus even more on my health and working out more, or, learning different life skills. So have different goals for all those different areas of your life. You want to have a balanced list of goals, because you'll find that all right, let's say 2020, you probably, accomplished a lot of goals when it comes to, your career, but you're probably like, man, I could have spent more time with my family, or I could have spent more time with my friends. So you really want to have a balanced list of goals for 2021. And that is number 3. So number 4, be really specific with these goals. So I remember at a job I worked at, I learned about SMART goals, and I forget what each letter stands for. Definitely look it up on Google, and they have like a whole bunch of templates that you all can literally just print off and write down your goals. But it really, really helped me out because it gave me a timeline. And I think when it comes to goal setting, oftentimes, a lot of us have these huge goals, but there's no timeline. It's like, man, I want to accomplish this in 2021, but by when? Is it by June? Is it by April? And like by when? By April 5th? Like, you got to be really, really, really specific with your goals. I found that when I'm specific, I'm getting things done because the mind starts to activate in a different way. If you tell your mind, you know what? By April 5th, I need to lose 20 pounds. Your mind is thinking of solutions, how you can lose those 20 pounds by April 5th. You get what I mean? So you really want to be really specific with your goals. Even for the vintage dealers that have shops, what goals do you have for 2021 in terms of your business? And by when are you going to accomplish those goals? And don't be too hard on yourself, just make a really specific timeline of when you want to accomplish that goal by. So that is number 4. And number 5, this is really, really, really important, man. And this is something that, even I myself have to work on. And it's giving yourself grace and believing in yourself. I believe in myself, but I do not give myself enough grace. And I think that's something that a lot of us struggle with, and give yourself grace. If you don't accomplish a specific goal, when you wanted to accomplish it, celebrate those small wins along the way. Don't be too hard on yourself. Don't beat yourself up like, oh, I suck. I didn't do. Do not beat yourself up. Give yourself grace. I really had to learn that through this entire journey of entrepreneurship, learning how to give myself grace. I am extremely, extremely hard on myself. There is nobody in this world that is harder than me, and I'm sure many of you all can really, really relate to that. But when you're so hard on yourself, you find that you start to procrastinate, you become even more of a perfectionist, and those are just close cousins, perfectionism and procrastination, you know what I mean? So give yourself grace and believe in yourself. Believe in yourself. If there's people in your corner that don't believe in you, who cares? Straight up, it's not their life, it is not their life. I have family members that really do not understand the path that I'm on, but I always tell myself this is not their life. And I will be really upset at myself if I let my dreams go and don't do what I want to do for me. For instance, 3 years ago, I wanted to go to London by myself. And this is actually something that I forgot to even mention to you all when I talked about the confessions of a vintage dealer. I forgot a lot in that episode, but whatever, that's beside the point. I wanted to go to London, and I did. This was when I was 25. I said to myself, you know what, I want to do something really different for my 25th birthday. I want to go to London. I wanted to go by myself on a solo trip. And I told my mother, and she said, what? Absolutely not. No, like this can't happen. She was so scared of me going to London. And I just felt this calling, like, you know what, Kiana, you need to go to London. If you don't go, you will regret it. And it was just tug of this goal I had and this aspiration. But what my mother was saying, she's like, oh no, I just can't take it. Don't go, please don't go. And I ended up going. And it was the best decision that I could have made. You know, the best decision. On my 25th birthday, I sat at a park bench and cried. Like, I'm just so proud of myself, because it was a big deal to me. You know, I made that goal. I set that goal and I accomplished the goal, but it was a big deal to me because I didn't allow anybody else's chatter to get to me. You know, oftentimes we really allow the chatter of other people to get to us, you know, and then we look back on life like, why did we allow that to happen? Why? You know, and we're all victim of it. We are all victim of it, each and every one of us, you know. So this is why I say dream big, because life is nothing but a dream, you know. Dream big, you know, dream big. So those are the 5 pointers that I have. I'm sorry that this live is going to be a pretty short one today. I have a lot of things to do, but I love doing these lives because I feel like this is a good way to really just connect with this community. You know, I am much more of a offline entrepreneur. I have probably stated this so many times, and I'm sure many of you all can tell this just by seeing my personality, but doing these lives, you know, it makes me feel like, all right, you know, yeah, I'm an offline entrepreneur, but I'm really connecting with you all here. And before I go, I'm sure you all have seen some changes to the brand. I'm sure when you come onto the page, you see that it is now a digital resale fashion magazine. And you don't see that it's a vintage store. So I wanted to make another IG live in the middle of the week to talk about that, but I will let y'all know a little bit of why I changed it here. So this is something that has been on my mind for some time now, of transitioning Kita Fashion to a online digital magazine. I just felt like, you know, I feel like this is something I need to do, but I was scared. I'm just like, man, like one of this just doesn't work out, or this is just a really like dumb idea, you know, huh? I just kept really overthinking it. But what day was it? It was the day before my grandmother's, the anniversary of when she passed away. And I came and I did a live with you all. And the thought came to my head again when I went to the shower. Do a digital fashion magazine. And I said to myself, man, this thought keeps coming to my head even more, you know. And the next day, which was the anniversary of her death, you know, I said to myself, all right, you know, let me try to, you know, be productive here. You know, I don't want to just sit here and be all sad. Let me be productive. And I decided to listen to a podcast, and I stumbled upon a podcast episode, the Side Hustle Pro podcast. So I stumbled upon a podcast episode that she was interviewing Claire Sumners. She is the founder of Fashion Bomb Daily. I literally stumbled on that episode. And man, to hear her story, especially when she talked about being 28 and I'm 28, I said, I was supposed to listen to this episode, you know, and it's literally what Fashion Bomb Daily is, literally what I'm striving to do with Key to Fashion. You know, I really, you know, am really into fashion, but I'm also really into media. I really am. And, you know, I think it's really, really important for me to find a way to merge these two together. So there's a lot of things that are to come here with this. And all I ask for is grace, because this is a new idea. This is a pioneered idea. And, you know, with anything new, there comes, you know, ups and downs. But I'm really, really, really excited about this. I really am. But I'm also pretty nervous because I'm like, man, like, what is to really come? What's to come? But I feel called to do this. I just been thinking to myself, all right, you know, I know that, you know, we're going to probably all be online for a while now. You know, I really had a lot of ideas to go offline in 2020. But I said, you know what? If I'm going to be online, I really want to brand Kita Fashion in a different way. So, if you go on the site now, you see that, I have not only just a vintage shop up, but I have a section for the ebooks. I have a section for the YouTube channel and for Vintage Glamour. I have a section for thrift guides that I'll be posting up. I have a section for the fashion icons. So I want to be highlighting you all just the way that, I got this idea from Fashion Bomb Daily. So shout out to them because they highlight the fashionistas on their page. And I said, you know what? There's so many fashionistas and fashionistas that I follow. I really want to find a way to highlight them as well. So, I really want to make this a really dope thing here. And this is really, really new. But I believe that I'm supposed to do something like this because what I have on my wall is I am a resale fashion pioneer, not an entrepreneur, not a business owner. I want to be a pioneer. I wanted to do something that's never been done before. And when I did that, all of a sudden the idea of Blacks Who Thrift came to my mind, and then this idea came to my mind. So I really believe that I'm on that path of pioneering something that's never been done before. But at the same time, there's a lot of growth here. This is something that's new, so we'll see. But I just wanted to point that out because I'm sure many of you all have been wondering, okay, it says digital magazine, what's going on here? So, and if any of you guys have any dope ideas, as many of you all have and always tell me, please continue to DM and email me those ideas because I do appreciate the ideas. Like this show is an idea that someone gave to me in a survey. I would have never had thought about this if it wasn't for y'all. So, but also before I go, I know I'm jumping all over the place. Before I go, do a vision board. Do a vision board for 2021. Do a vision board. I know a lot of people don't believe in vision boards, but I do. I really do. Do a vision board. I really believe that a lot of those visions on my vision board actually did come true, including Vintage Glamour. This name was on my vision board. And I just put it there just to put it there. I was like, oh, I like this. I just cut it out. I think I cut it out of Essence magazine. It said Vintage Glam, and I just stuck it on my vision board. But I had no idea of what I would use it for. And then when I was thinking of this show, I was like, oh, Vintage Glamour. And I had another idea called Vintage Things. But I was like, nah, I really actually like Vintage Glamour. I'm going to do it. And then I was looking at my vision board one day and I saw Vintage Glamour. And I was like, Vintage Glamour. So everything started to align, you get it? So I really think that you really should do a vision board. I know a lot of people say, nah, don't do vision boards. They work. They work. It's coming from a Pisces. They work, okay? They work. But with that being said, and also, side note with astrology, I am a Pisces, but I'm on the cusp. So I don't really know what I am sometimes. Sometimes I'm an Aquarius, sometimes a Pisces, but I don't know. But that's besides the point. But so yeah, that's all I have for today. I gotta go. Thank you so much for the ones that tuned in. Thank you, Nadij, for watching this. And I know that you're rooting for me. I'm rooting for you too. And before I go, I'm putting a plug. Shout out to Nadij. Follow her brand, y'all. Follow her brand. Follow her. Hey Dij on Instagram. All right. If y'all want some dope art and some dope prints, follow her. Follow her now. _Hey Deej _ HEYDEIGE. Follow her. Straight up. Follow her now before she blows up. Follow her now. And with that being said, y'all, thanks for tuning in to another episode of Vintage Glamour, and I'll see you all in another one. Bye now. How do I end this thing? Oh.